Hello, and welcome to the graduation ceremony celebrating the California Class 976. Thank you for joining in our celebration today, both in person and virtually. We are live streaming on YouTube from Guide Dogs for the Blind California campus. Whether this is your first, second, or 30th graduation, welcome. We are so happy that you could be with us today. Last year was our 80th anniversary, and we have so much to celebrate. We are here to celebrate 2 new breeder dogs and 3 new guide dog teams, as well as to applaud the generosity of all who helped make today happen. First, we would like to thank our puppy raisers. Our puppy raisers have such special roles in these special dogs. We literally could not fulfill our mission without you. You put your heart and soul into each dog, and it really does show. We look forward to hearing from some of you today. To our donors, thank you for helping us provide a lifetime of support for our alums at no cost to them. We don't receive any government funding, so we are very thankful for your support. And in fact, we actually have 3 team sponsors today. So we would like to thank Carl E. Wine Foundation of Los Angeles, California, Catherine M. Kretschnitt of Hillsborough, California, and Dr. C. Larry Mitchell and Charlene Smith Mitchell of O'Fallon, Illinois. We would also like to thank Lillian Tremoli for our sponsorship of all harnesses throughout the year of 2023. So big thank you. Another big thank you to our volunteers and employees. Whether you are helping by working with our dogs, I see a couple canine welfare training technicians in the crowd. In administration, I see Larry from development, hello. And also directly with our clients, hello nurses. We are so grateful for all that you do to support our mission. We would like to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice describing scenes in the video. Captions are also included. These inclusive features ensure everyone can access and enjoy the video.
Logos, Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International.
Hello, I'm Noah Wiley.
A mama nurses a litter.
There's a special magic about Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Puppy bellies and wiggling tails.
Some might say it's the dogs.
Puppies squirm in a pile.
These courageous guides who change people's lives.
2 black puppies at a gate. Outside, a woman hugs her guide dog.
There's magic in the people, too.
A man walks with his dog. An older puppy licks a woman's cheek.
Like the volunteer puppy raisers.
Volunteers with puppies.
Who socialize and care for puppies in their homes.
Out walking in their neighborhood.
Encouraging them to explore new surroundings.
Riding the train.
And giving them love and guidance.
In the park.
To help prepare them to be a guide dog.
And in a group at the airport.
And, when it's time, part ways so that the puppy they have raised can go on to change someone's life.
A team on a city sidewalk.
When dogs return to our campuses, our world-class instructors work their magic to maximize each dog's potential to become highly skilled, smart, and loving companions.
Instructors with dogs.
Teaching each dog how to safely guide someone who is blind or visually impaired through the world when they're at home.
Relaxing by a fireplace.
Hiking.
On a forest trail.
Visiting friends.
At a picnic table.
Catching a plane.
Navigating baggage claim.
Heading downtown.
In a city crosswalk.
Across town.
Along a riverfront.
Taking public transportation.
At a train station.
Or heading to work.
Riding an escalator.
They will even disobey a command if it means keeping their handlers safe.
People with guides in their neighborhoods.
Those who are on the other end of the harness might say the magic is there, moving freely through the world with ease, confidence, and independence. Along the way, helping them develop new relationships, connect with new people, building stronger, more compassionate communities.
A group of people with their guide dogs in Chinatown.
We know there is magic in these partnerships.
A woman hugs her dog.
The bonds that are formed.
Another kisses her dog's head.
The places they go.
A group of people and guide dogs at the Golden Gate Bridge.
The dreams that come true.
A woman leads small boys on a walk with her dog.
It's in the care.
Playing in a yard.
The friendship.
A woman pets a dog.
The lifetime of love.
Lying in her lap.
It's the ability to live a fuller life without limits.
A woman scales an indoor climbing wall.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, you are part of an amazing community that works together to make these partnerships possible at no cost to our clients.
Vets give checkups.
A community that helps us care for the health of our dogs over their lifetime. A community that provides the necessary training to help prepare potential clients for the guide dog lifestyle.
Instructors with clients.
A community that gives children in our youth programs the opportunity to experience the magic of a guide dog, to see if having a dog may be right for them.
Children interact and play with dogs.
A community that makes dreams of inclusion, enhanced confidence,
Clients walk with dogs.
mobility, independence, and companionship come true.
A man with his dog on the beach.
That's the magic of Guide Dogs for the Blind.
Share an orange sunset.
And it's all because of you.
He hugs his dog. Blackout. Logos. Guide Dogs for the Blind and Guide Dogs for the Blind International. The light fades to black.
I would like to introduce our class instructional team. My name is Allie Hance, and I'm an apprentice instructor. We have Claire Luzito, who's also an apprentice instructor. Senior instructor Mandy Jones. And our class supervisor Heather Foster. I have the pleasure of introducing our new breeder dogs. Our first breeder is Flagstaff, a male yellow Labrador Retriever raised by Matthew Ronconi of Salinas, California. His breeder custodian is Hillary and Daniel Barber.
Awesome. Well, thank you. We're so honored and feel privileged to be here today, to be a part of this community. So first, just thanks so much for Guide Dogs for the Blind, but also Matt for doing such an amazing job with Flagstaff. As you can see, our two little ones, Scout and Sloan, are so happy to be here and feel so lucky to have Flagstaff be able to stay in our community. It's just down the street so that we can come over and be a part of this community anytime we need to. Matt, did you want to say anything as well?
Thank you. I just want to thank you all and all that you guys are doing for this incredible cause. And this has been a large part of my life, a large part of my family's life. We've been raising for a long time, and it's just such a great organization to be a part of, and I'm so proud of that. And it brings so much meaning to my life. And I know it's challenging at times, especially when you're bringing dogs back, but to get to be a part of this moment right now and kind of bring it full circle, just really special for me. And I just have loved meeting this incredible family, and I'm so happy that Flagstaff has a brother and sister, and you can tell that he's as happy as can be and doing his job and seems to be loving to do it. So, so thank you guys. Oh, and I want to... my girlfriend Molly is also in the crowd. She was a big part of raising Flagstaff as well. And then my mom is taking the video there, our good friend Jordan. So it takes a community, and my family was a big part of that, and they've always been very supportive of me doing this and allowing me to continue to do this. So thank you.
Our last breeder is Horatio, a male yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross raised by Brooke Savageau of Reno, Nevada, and his breeder custodian are Kathy and Gordon Sivitz. guys come down. There you go.
I just want to thank Brooke, first of all, because she did an amazing job. I'm going to start crying. We're just very, very lucky to have Horatio and be part of this amazing organization. It's a well-oiled machine. And it's a pleasure having him. Thank you.
And thanks to Guide Dogs, and thanks to you guys for taking such good care of him. And I'm hoping to have a Horatio baby to raise soon.
All right, I'm going to pass the microphone off to Claire, who will be introducing our class.
Hello, my name's Claire. I'm a level 3 apprentice here at Guide Dogs for the Blind. I had the pleasure of working in class this time around, and we have a really amazing group of people coming up. So our first graduate today is Tobias James. Tobias resides in Los Angeles, California. Tobias is a graduate student at USC. He is studying social work and social policy. He particularly enjoys his current internship at the Braille Institute as a therapist to other visually impaired persons. Tobias looks forward to having his new guide join his active lifestyle. Tobias is receiving his first guide dog, Gal, a female yellow Labrador retriever, raised by Maddie Alexander and Anthony Hoener of Dallas, Texas, and Christina Scheffer and Hans Welberin of Plano, Texas. This team is also sponsored by the Carl E. Wynn Foundation of Los Angeles, California. All right, Tobias.
Thank you. I'm going to try to get through this without losing it. So just bear with me. I just want to say thank you to Guide Dogs. You know, we find ourselves at crossroads throughout our lives, and some are more momentous than others. And I'm at a particularly momentous crossroad as I just lost my partner of 22 years on January 1st. And I've been waiting for Gal for 16 months, and she came at exactly the right time. Because without my partner, I was disoriented, and I didn't always know which way to go. So now I have a guide to help me find my way. So thank you.
Whenever I tell people that we are raising a guide dog, the most common reaction is like, you know, I would never be able to do this because how do you give her up at the end? And, you know, you go in there with a different mindset. You go in there, I don't own a dog. I raise a puppy for Guide Dog for the Blind. Now, obviously, you know, we loved Gal a lot. And it was still hard to give her up at the end. And when we came here at Guide Dog for the Blind and we handed her off, she just walked off with a new handler, like, you know, ready to discover the world. We didn't exist anymore at that moment. But in the evening, we were sitting in a restaurant in Sausalito and taking out dinner. And we really missed having her with us because we were so used to having her like, you know, kenneled under the chair at a restaurant. Now, Gal is really a special dog for us. She has great qualities for a working dog, and that made it a little bit easier for us to give her away because in her heart, she is a working dog. She needs that stimulation. She needs to be active. Now, there are 3 things that really define Gal as a working dog. First of all is her curiosity. So when we had Gal at home and she outgrew her first grade, I was putting up a larger crate, so I folded out, and suddenly she barked. And we were amazed because we had never heard her bark before. And she just wanted to go in her new crate. She knew that it was hers. So we opened it, and she was right in there. And all the time she was like that. Like, we went to puppy class. And by the way, Frank, thanks for your puppy classes. You did an excellent job. And in the puppy class, you take turns, right? You learn new things, and then you show basically what you learned before. And Gail was not only paying attention and very focused when it was her turn, she was also very observing. You know, she was always observing what the other dogs were doing. Like she was focused all the time. And at a certain moment, when you have a dog, when you have a puppy in the beginning, you cannot go out in the street until her vaccinations or last round of vaccinations have kicked in. So in the beginning, their world is very small. It's your home in the backyard. And when she was ready to go out after those vaccinations, I took her out of the front door for the first time. And I saw her light up like, oh, this world is way bigger than a home in a backyard. And she was so excited and ready to go. And she always stayed like that she wanted to explore, she wanted to see new things. And, she was so confident. It was really like, you need a nuclear attack before you set this dog off. You know? And when we handed her off, we started, like every Thursday evening, we watched the phase reports, and we were very excited to see her progress. And we were amazed how fast she was matched with Tobias over here, and we just met him, and it's a match made in heaven, really. So Tobias even told me that his father-in-law was Dutch. I am Dutch. So that was like all this kind of coincidences. It's just great fun. And we wish Tobias and Gail many great adventures together.
Hi, I just wanted to thank our club leaders in particular in the Dallas Club because they were so instrumental in this whole process for us. And I just want to wish you guys many years of happiness and confidence and independence together. I know, I can already see it just from you walking around the hall. You guys are ready to go and hit the road. So I hope you have many wonderful adventures together in the years to come.
All right, thank you guys, congratulations. I will grab these tissues. They'll be ready at the go. All right, our next graduate is Laurent Roos. Laurent lives in Santa Rosa, California. Laurent is a small business owner working in the renewable energy industry. His kids are both very excited to have a new member of the family. He is looking forward to going on hiking trails with his new guide. Laurent is receiving his first guide dog, Shasta, a yellow Labrador retriever. Miss Shasta was raised by Abigail and Janice Pruitt of Reno, Nevada. And this team is sponsored by the Catherine N. Crutchnet of Hillsborough, California Foundation. All right, I'll pass it to you.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys. I've shortened my speech. It should only take about 45 minutes. Allie, where are you? Allie, you're living your dream job. It shows. I'm privileged to have been paired with you. You trained Shasta. I feel incredibly lucky. Thank you. Mendy, thank you also for being part of the team. Claire, we've interacted as well. Heather, fantastic team. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Tobias, Deb, you guys have made these 2 weeks so memorable. Thank you. That was awesome. Rocky, if you're watching this, you're part of it, you know? You were part of our discussions and thoughts. And yeah, what an organization, Guide Dogs for the Blind. Thank you to all the donors. Your generosity goes to such an incredible team of dedicated people. From the ground up, right? The housekeeping crew, the kitchen team, you know, putting up with, you know, giving up great food and putting up with us. That was awesome. The nurses, thank you. You know, fortunately, I didn't have to utilize your services other than, you know, being social and friendly. And, you know, thank you for our time, you know, hanging out in a hot tub. Well, the RAs, right? Nobody mentioned the RAs, right? I think we're going to see Marissa, you know, Jen, Heather, and Celia. Thank you for being available and showing us all your tips and tricks, your experience, putting us back straight, and we're not doing what we're supposed to do. So, you know, thank you. You know, I hear there's a bunch of, you know, texts, all the folks that we haven't seen. The vet care, you know, do an amazing job. Thank you, all the donors. This is fantastic. Thank you to my sponsor, you know, Catherine, crushing it. You know, this is, you know, going through vision impairment is a humble situation, right? You have to rely on people and you know, hope that people are good and they will you know, help you. And for the most part it is, and by all means over here it is. Puppy raisers, right? You guys are here, right? And I'm sure you guys are awesome, but clearly the best one is standing here next to me. Abigail, thank you. You know, you've done an amazing job. Thank you for going through all the dirty work of potty training, all the stuff that I had to go through my kids. And if I wish that somebody could have done that for me at that time, that'd be great. I feel so fortunate. So, you know, thank you, Janice, Dallas. Thank you.
Well, again, thank you to everyone that has supported Shasta and I through all of this. She's a great dog, and I wish you many happy years together.
Thank you. Congratulations to this new team. All right. Our next graduate is Deborah, or Deb, Weiss. Deb resides in East Lansing, Michigan. Deb is a retired state of Michigan employee. Deb is a huge movie and theater buff and is also in 3 book clubs. She serves on her Condos Association board and works with the local transportation authority. Deb is receiving her 5th guide dog, Hops, a yellow Labrador Golden Retriever cross. Mr. Hops was raised by Margie and Robert Giles of Laverne, California. And this team is sponsored by Dr. C. Larry Mitchell and Charlene Smith Mitchell of the O'Fallon, Illinois.
So many people to thank, but I first want to acknowledge the partner next to me, Mr. H-O-P-S. I don't want to say his name. He might S-T-A-N-D-U-P. So he is, by nature, a very calm, sweet, gentle boy. That's part of his nature, but most of what's happened to him is his journey from breeding to puppy raising to fostering to training. And As a result, he's become what he is now, an absolutely perfect guide. I lost my guide last April after 9 years, so I've been almost a year without a guide. And I loved him so much as I loved all the others, and just as you have difficulty as puppy raisers saying goodbye, for those of us who've lost guides and need to get a new guide, it's difficult to come back in with that love lost so fresh. And you start again, and you bond, and you learn to trust. And from that comes this amazing journey with this amazing dog. So I think LaRon covered most everybody, so I'm not going to go through all that, but I will thank my sponsors, the Mitchells, who live in O'Fallon, Illinois. I'm from the Midwest. They're from the Midwest. They've been long-time donors and committed to GDB. I've had the opportunity now to spend a half hour or so with Margie and Bob. They're absolutely lovely people, and they are now raising their 9th pup, Lioness. Horatio, who's become a breeder, is Hop's brother. So, you know, success. I hope I get a chance to see him. I also want to thank, and Margie and Bob and I will stay in contact, and they'll get a lot of pictures of the boy. I also want to thank Dana, who I hope to see later today, who was a foster mom for this little boy. And he loved the bone that you sent to him, and thank you for the truffles. It was awesome. But last, I want to thank my dream team. My dream team are these 4 amazing trainers. Allie and Claire have both raised pups, so they've been through that process, and they're committed to GDB, and they're awesome trainers. And although I didn't work with Mandy, Mandy worked with Hops, and he's had a lot of hands on him, and he's benefited well. But most of all, I want to say thank you to Heather, because without Heather Foster and her diligence and consistency in wanting this dog to be my guide, worked it for months to make sure that it happened. And you'll never know how much I appreciate it. And I look forward to my future with him. You want me to get it?
Hello. On behalf of my wife and I, we couldn't be happier with the pair and matching that the school has done with Deb and with Mr. Hops here. And Deborah, if you had a big hand in that, thank you, or not Deborah, Heather, thank you very much for that. We waited quite a while. Hops has been up here since August, but the wait was worth it. The pair just are amazing together. I won't say a whole lot, but I just want to reiterate something that Hans mentioned. And that's that so many times when people see you with your guide dog puppies, they say, oh my gosh, I could never do that. I could never let them go. You know, how do you do that? And if they could just experience a day like today and see what's going on, what the final result is of your efforts and your work and so forth, they'd understand that this is just such an important and valuable thing that goes on to be able to raise these puppies and for the training for them to provide the aid and the help that these guides do for these people. So thank you to everyone for it.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Congratulations to all the new teams going out there. We're so proud of you guys, and we wish you nothing but the best. We are going to start wrapping up. We have some closing remarks from Mandy, our instructor, and then we will also be doing a demonstration as well.
Thank you, Claire. Can we get another round of applause for these wonderful... These guys endured more rain than you can imagine. And luckily it's been dry the last couple days, but they had some really rainy days where they did guide work, so they were troopers. Okay, so I am here to narrate a demonstration of one of our training procedures that we use here on campus. I'm first going to introduce, first I'm going to bring out this chair. And I'm going to introduce Marissa, who's one of our RAs, and her guide dog, Jim. All right. All right, so during formal training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work using a clicker. And a clicker is a little plastic metal box combo thing. It makes a fun noise that you'll hear Marissa make right now. And you can see Jim's tail immediately starts wagging because Jim knows that when he hears the click, it means that food is on its way. And once dogs understand the basics of that, we can teach them any number of things by pairing behavior with the clicker. So we can do things like when the dogs learn to stop at curbs, we click, and they learn stopping at curbs is a very good thing, which is very vital for our guide dogs. And really we use it for so many different things. And while our clients are here in class, one of the workshops that we offer is to teach our clients how to implement this process in a controlled setting. And Marissa and Jim are going to help me demonstrate that. So the first thing that we're gonna do is Marissa's gonna have Jim target her hand, and all of our dogs learn that if they target the hand, their handler will click, and then they shortly after that get a food reward. And once the dog is targeting their hand, then you can introduce the target object that you're trying to get the dog to find. In this case, it's a chair. Come on over, Marissa. Hopefully I'll put it on camera. Okay, good. So Marissa's going to place her hand on the chair, and Jim will very happily target the hand. And by doing this a couple times, Marissa is teaching Jim that she actually wants him to target the chair and not her hand anymore. And our dogs are very enthusiastic about this process. They love the learning, and they love the targeting games. So once the dog is targeting the hand on the chair, we can move on from that and have the dog slowly lead our handler up to the chair. And sometimes you will see even the dog anticipating moving before the handler even asks for the motion. There he goes. He's like, and that's the dog is showing that they understand what's being asked of them. And once we have repeated that a number of times, Marissa can actually pick up the harness handle, and without asking for anything, Jim is going to lead her right to the chair. And once this behavior is happening regularly and consistently, Marissa can actually add the label to it, so she can say, chair. And this way Jim knows that is a chair, and that's what Marissa wants him to find. And this process is called back chaining. It's a method of learning where you start at the destination and slowly add link by link, you add information back until the start of the procedure. So as the behavior continues, you can add more and more distance. And Marissa, where would you like to start from? There's cameras kind of in front of the main doors. Do you want to start over here by the lobby? Okay. So you can start all the way over by the lobby doors. And this is quite a distance, but if you're coming in to sit down in this location, it's really handy.
Find a chair. Find a chair. Find a chair, buddy. Make sure we don't run over Mandy.
Nice job. And as a final step, Marissa's going to sit in the chair just to kind of show Jim what she's actually asking for throughout the whole thing. So thank you. Good job, Marissa and Jim. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anyone who would benefit from our services, please talk to any staff member here or visit us on guidedogs.com. For the folks who are here in person, please join us for some refreshments in the lobby next door. And the gift shop is open for those who are interested. For viewers at home, we hope to see you soon. Thank you guys again for coming.